Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. 18 teams from Maple Creek, Shaunavon, East End, and the surrounding area participated in the 2015 Southwest Relay for Life. Downtown Swift Current has become the place to be throughout the summer season with the growth of Market Square.
Meet Ron Giesbrecht, a longtime resident of Swift Current who over the years has been an active volunteer with the Salvation Army.
July 11th and 12th will be a big weekend in Saskatoon as the 2015 Canada Remembers Our Heroes Air Show takes flight. A prequel to this exciting aerial display is a live auction benefiting the Shriners Hospital in Montreal.
Thanks for joining us here today. Maple Creek was the host site of one of 15 Relay for Life events across Saskatchewan. And the Southwest Relay for Life was another success.
Despite inclement weather earlier in the day, which forced the event indoors, 18 teams from Maple Creek, Shaunavon, East End, and the surrounding area participated in the 2015 Southwest Relay for Life. The Maple Creek Arena was transformed into Relay Central as participants took part in a variety of activities throughout the evening, from shaving their hair to a friendly game of tug-of-war. A sense of community which brought these teams together for one night, each having a similar reason for participating in the annual fundraiser for the Canadian Cancer Society.
I have family members that have been touched by cancer, but I think like everybody else, so yeah, and it's just a good cause.
I started doing Relay for Life with my sister in almost 10 years ago, and her best friend had cancer. And they invited me to be on their team. So I've been in Saskatoon about 3 times in Moose Jaw, and they live in Beachy, Saskatchewan, and so I joined their team. And I lost my dad to cancer last year.
A highlight of the evening was the heartwarming speech by Sue de Montel, a 5-year cancer survivor. Diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer, Sue remains positive despite her diagnosis and enjoys each day to its fullest.
Usually from the time of diagnosis then, the statistics prove that only 20% of those people diagnosed like that will survive more than 5 years. So, but I feel good about knowing my exact diagnosis because it prepares you for what might happen down the road.
Thanks to the efforts of each of the participants, the Southwest Relay for Life in Maple Creek raised over $58,000. With 90 cents from every dollar raised going towards the Canadian Cancer Society for research and other patient programming in Saskatchewan. And as the luminaries were lit and friends and loved ones remembered, the positive spirit of survivors like Sue de Montel will act as a beacon to help others going through the various stages of cancer.
It's far easier to be happier and cheerful and look for positive things than being miserable all the time, because it's such an effort to be miserable. It's my way of thinking anyway.
Imagine a destination where you can enjoy world-class dining and unique accommodations. Take a leisurely stroll through streets filled with rich history while browsing for that perfect gift. Buy fresh produce from the farmers market and enjoy a range of cultural events while stepping back in time to learn more about Canada's Old West. Your summer destination is awaiting you in Maple Creek. For event listings and all things Maple Creek, visit our website.
future is here. Saskatchewan's fastest internet with unlimited usage and blazing speeds. Infinite. Watch for it in your neighborhood, only from SaskTel.
Market Square is back for another exciting season, filled with entertainment and fresh produce, bringing crowds to downtown Swift Current.
Downtown Swift Current has become the place to be throughout the summer season with the growth of Market Square. Now into its 5th year, Market Square has become an attraction for shoppers to find an array of unique items, food, and fresh produce, from the corner of Central and Chaplin through First Avenue.
Well, certainly we started with Market Square, which we're standing on right now, and then we added the parking lot with the bouncy castle, and then we added a partnership with the Farmers Market Association with the big top tent, and just this year, brand new, the Frank Rempel Centennial Plaza as a new addition to Market Square, and it's just packed.
Market Square offers a variety of on-stage entertainment, bringing in talent from across the Southwest and south of the border, and family activities, making it a well-rounded venue for all ages. One of the highlights of the Saturday showcase is Market Square Maggie, who greets visitors to the market and brings a smile to everyone's face. Dressed up in a unique fashion ensemble each week, Maggie is easy to spot in the crowd and always has a treat for the youngsters.
Oh, I'm so happy to see everybody, and I have been looking forward to it so much. It's that I get to visit with everybody. I get to play with all the kids. I get to see all the vendors that have been here year after year and meet the new ones. And I get to visit with the tourists.
Market Square awaits you every Saturday through September 26th in downtown Swift Current, with a variety of theme weekends, including Western, planes, trains, and spaceships, and the ever-popular cruisin'. Another exciting season of Market Square returns to downtown Swift Current, featuring live entertainment, fresh garden produce, crafts, and other unique vendors. Market Square, every Saturday at the corner of Central and Chaplin. Proudly presented by the City of Swift Current and Standard Motors, along with Innovation Credit Union and Southwest TV News.
Southwest TV News is pleased to partner with our friends at the Swift Current Salvation Army, Pharmasave, and JayDee AgTech for our Give for Good series. And in today's episode, we take a look at one man's joy in giving.
I really do hope that as people are watching this video series and hearing other people's stories, they really will observe what's going on in their own lives, see how they are giving for good, look for further opportunities to give for good, and that they will experience all the joys that come from that.
I think that sometimes we get too settled in our own space, and if we're doing well in life, financially or whatever, we get very settled in that. So I think it's nice to be able to go out there and put yourself out there and help others.
When you get someone who real feels emotional over you doing your kindness or doing your act, it really feels good.
Meet Ron Giesbrick, a longtime resident of Swift Current who over the years has been an active volunteer with the Salvation Army. Not someone who seeks out the limelight, Ron prefers being in the background, helping people where he can. For him, it's the little things that can make the most impact.
Well, I'll tell you, it can go from a very, very assertive smile and good to see you, John. Hope you're having a good day, and you keep moving along. Takes 10 seconds. That might make a difference to that fella, and you might see somebody that needs a whole lot more time than that to make a difference. And I think you have to sense the need. If you sense a deep need to make yourself available, you will have time.
Now retired, Ron enjoyed his years in business here in Swift Current. First as the owner of a Western shop, then later the owner of the Fast Gas service station. It was his time at Fast Gas where he found the most satisfaction in helping those in need. Ron recalls the story of a homeless man named Guy who showed up at his shop one day.
And Guy came by my place in the dead of winter, probably maybe in about 2007, 2008. And he was just another one of the fellows that would come through, and he was from nowhere and really going nowhere, but he camped along the highway by the creek. He wouldn't tell me where. And so he would come by every few days or sometimes every day, and I would bring him in the garage and give him coffee and give him something to eat. And I kind of got to know Guy a little, and we built a little relationship and became friends in a way, I guess you could say. Yeah, and just as maybe within a week he disappeared, and that's how those fellows are. They come and they go, and there's really no rhyme or reason for it. And here, I believe it was last summer, Guy lands up coming into the Salvation Army, where I spent a fair amount of time. And he walks into the coffee room, and it took me a minute or two to figure out who he was. And finally, I said, "Guy, is that you?" He said, "Yeah, Ron, that's me." So we had a real good little reunion there, him and I, after maybe not seeing each other for, maybe 5 years or so. And so it was pretty rewarding to be able to give him a little hand again and put him on his way. And he was pretty encouraged, and so that was just one little story that came into my life that really sort of made an impression on me, that people can disappear and all of a sudden they can be right there again, eh? But I sense a deeper purpose in helping folks who are finding life a tough journey and maybe not a lot of attention given to them, and many times live a rough and tumble, tough life.
Ron says stopping the need to judge others and accepting them for who they are is perhaps the single biggest act of giving a person can do.
The whole aspect of judging others when you see them doing foolish things that are going to hurt themselves, maybe hurt others, you have to set that aside if you're going to help them. Because if you're going to judge them and then try to help them, you likely won't help them, because then you tend to criticize their problem. If you want to help somebody, you have to accept them just the way they are. Because if you do that, they will open up to you. At least there's an opportunity they will open to you. If you show any sense of judgment towards people that you know have made some foolish choices, if you show judgment, your opportunity to have positive input becomes very close to zero. And just look to what you can do to take the pressure off of them that it's going to be okay. Hope is sort of the bottom line to a lot of stuff. With hope, you keep moving ahead. No matter how slowly, you will still move ahead with hope. But without hope, it's very difficult to move ahead, and it doesn't take much to knock you down. So I think building hope in other people's lives is very, very, very critical. If you just leave someone hanging in a very discouraged state and you don't plant some type of seed that creates hope, you've really missed the mark, I think.
Through his motivation and discipline, Ron shows us that when we live in the present moment, the world becomes more vibrant and clear, full of possibilities, and making a difference by giving for good.
A Neville man is doing his part to help with fundraising for the Shriners Hospital in Montreal. We have more in this report.
July 11th and 12th will be a big weekend in Saskatoon as the 2015 Canada Remembers Our Heroes Air Show takes flight. A prequel to this exciting aerial display is a live auction benefiting the Shriners Hospital in Montreal, an initiative led by Brent Tremblay of Neville. Tremblay is a veteran of both the Canadian and U.S. military and has now joined forces with the Swift Current Shriners for a good cause.
I'm also a Mason, so I decided that I wanted to do something that was good for the community. So I approached the Shriners and I said, I've got an idea. Can I have permission to use your name? I'm a licensed auctioneer in Canada, so everything kind of came together for something that I really, truly believe in, which is the children. And it doesn't matter to me. I mean, I've been all over the world, and I've seen some really bad things. Nothing makes me happier than to see a child that has a chance. So that's what I wanted to give.
And with a target set of $50,000 for the live auction, Tremblay is now asking for the community support.
I would love to see the local community donate an item, just an item. It doesn't matter if it's a roofing company, donate a roofing hammer. If you're a shoe company, donate a gift certificate for shoe repair. And the response locally has been phenomenal. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, but I have some great prizes that have been donated. I have a week all-inclusive fishing trip to Pickerel Bay Lodge in Lac La Ronge that they have put up as one of the prizes.
A fundraiser which the Swift Current Shriners are pleased to be a part of, as Montreal is the only Canadian location for a Shriners hospital, and the local club has assisted numerous local families travel there over the years. Joel Newman is the membership chair for the Swift Current Shriners and hopes the upcoming auction will not only raise funds for the Shriners Hospital, but also raise awareness of the organization as a whole.
Mainly we have our motorbike tickets there, and a lot of the times I find when I'm selling them, nobody has any idea what we do. They know we have a circus, and that's about it. They're like, well, you guys do a circus, that's great. It's like, well, we do a circus, but we do a circus because we have hospitals and we take care of children. And they're quite surprised to hear that.
There are currently 22 Shriners hospitals across North America, assisting children with a variety of healthcare needs, from orthopedics, burn care, to spinal cord injuries. Anyone interested in donating an auction item to benefit the Shriners Hospital in Montreal can contact Brent Tremblay.
The future is here. Saskatchewan's fastest internet with unlimited usage and blazing speeds. Infinite. Watch for it in your neighborhood, only from SaskTel.
Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at MyLocalTV.ca. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.